Extreme Rights this morning, we're honored to have some 5 individuals practicing a very unique sport. This is a sport that has more than 200 years history. It has been, of course, competed at the Olympics. It was established in 1896, and that is fencing, Raburu Kirigo, especially Raburu fencing. Yes. You ever knew that there's such a sport?
I never knew. Well, I knew there was such a sport. I watched it in a James Bond movie.
But you didn't know it existed in Kenya. I also didn't know it existed in Kenya. Yeah. Very, very interesting. I'd like to know, there's so many questions. I guess you introduce us to our guest for the morning.
And we have a coach here, Mr. Stephen Kuya. Of course, he's been doing this sport for over 8 years. Mr. Kuya, of course, the biggest question is fencing. It's a very unconventional sport. It's been there in the Olympics, but in Kenya, it's still relatively new. Where did the history of this sport begin in Kenya?
Let me start with when I started to introduce the sports in Kenya. It was in 2005. Yes. When I went to Germany, then I came back. I started with the three disciplines. That's the foil, the IPE, and the cyber. But it was so difficult because of the equipment. So I decided now to go to master the IPE. So when I started the IPE, now the IPE is picking up nicely because I'm concentrating on only one discipline of the. But by now I'm trying now to chase up the our NOC, National Olympic Committee, to see if they can affiliate us so that we can get the sponsorship, and then we develop the sport in the country.
Mr. Kuya, why did you get into fencing yourself? Yes. Why? Why fencing? Why not boxing, running, you know? What we know, why fencing?
I've been in the sport for so long. I've been a champion in Taekwondo, world championship for Taekwondo in this country. But when I was in the General Service Unit, there was an expatriate who was coming and was doing fencing. So I kept on watching. Sometimes we meet. And then I got that curiosity. When I left the General Service Unit, at the time I went to Germany to further my studies.
So where did you learn? Where did you get the skill from? Where did you get the skill set from to learn how to do this?
I went to Germany. Okay. I stayed in Germany for some time. Then in Hungary for specialization on IPE.
Okay.
Yes. So you did Taekwondo. You said your background is in the martial arts and Taekwondo. Yes. How easy was it? How difficult was it to adjust from using your hands and using a weapon?
That's the challenge. I've done. I'm telling you, I've done a lot. Yes. So to convert, it was easy because I was a champ, and when you are a champ, there are a lot of challenges in the ring which you learn. Yes. So with that, it was not difficult to adapt the moves, the fencing.
Okay. So you come back to Kenya from Germany. Yes. You decided fencing is what you're doing. Yes. How was the reception? Did you have clients immediately who wanted to start playing, doing fencing, or?
Let me say like this, I did not go for the clients. No. I went for the team. Okay. So you find most of my fences are coming from Huruma area, Kariobangi area. Is where I started. It's only recently when I wanted to because I wanted to target for our group. Because I knew the affiliation was going to take so long, I started with 8 years in boys. So I've been pushing girls like that.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Is it easier to grasp fencing when you're an 8-year-old, or can I come and do fencing tomorrow?
You can come any time, but what I'm aiming for Olympics. Okay. Yes.
Okay, so start me early. Start training them when they're still young. Grow with them. They become professionals, I guess, by the time you get into the Olympics. All right. Okay.
Before you get to tell us about the game and how it's done, I'll just remind the viewers that, of course, you can get in touch with us. The SMS number is 22422. That's 2242. That's our SMS platform. And of course on Twitter, the hashtag to use is Power Breakfast. Hashtag Power Breakfast on Twitter. At Bernardo Matule Saburu at Kirigo Ngaro, and also 2242. Our SMS platform, right?
Absolutely, and it's interesting. It's important for us just to understand exactly how this sport is played, because Kirigo Raburu, apparently there are 3 categories of this sport. There is the saber, there is the foil, and there is épée. These are French names, actually.
Yes.
These are French names.
Yes.
So what you're holding now, this is which kind of weapon is this?
These are saber.
Yes.
And saber was originated from the soldiers who were on the horses.
Okay.
So they used to go cutting. When they started to develop it as a sport, is when they kept it in the sport as a sport.
Okay.
So you find when we are fighting, we do the cutting.
Okay. And we have some clips here of saber. I think my director will just start running them, just showing us understanding how this sport is also played. And looking at your attire, it's slightly different from the rest. I actually even thought from the onset that they were actually similar, but I'm seeing yours as a different texture to it. It's slightly, it looks more cool.
Yeah, it's cool and shiny.
Yes.
I don't know if you have noticed the weapons which they are using.
Yes.
They have tips. This one doesn't have a tip.
Okay.
So you find this entire is in there.
Okay.
For that particular.
Yes, because the transmission of the scoring, it's easier to detect the score.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
Speaking of scores, sorry, you brought up something that we want to talk about later, but let's talk about scores. When you say it's easier to identify, what do you mean?
You use electrical things. You can see at the back, you can see there's a...
Oh, wow.
Yes. And if you see most of the on the TV, you see we have something
screen there. You can see.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So you find when because we are not thrusting, we are hitting. So you will find it is what when it touches anywhere here.
Yes.
It transmits the score you scored.
Is any touch can be is a point?
Yes.
Any touch, and it has to be the upper body. Sorry.
No, upper body from the mask.
Yes.
Up to the waist.
Up to the waist.
For the mask.
You can even touch the mask.
Yes.
Wow.
For the saber.
So then you have to be really fast for this game, like.
It's very, 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 very fast.
How many points, for example, if you're competing against an opponent, how many points ensures that you're the victor? Because I know in other sports it's like 5, 6.
Yes.
How many points? And what is a point is how many hits?
To score.
Yes.
We have a bout of 5 points in the balls. That goes for 3 minutes.
Okay.
So you have to score 5 points within the 3 minutes. Yes.
Okay.
5 points mean you have to touch it 5 times.
5 times.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So a game is about how long for this
3 minutes?
3 minutes.
For let's say if you are going, if you go to for World Championship, we have about 15 minutes bout.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
That's 35 points in the bout.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. A lot of people might be watching at home and saying they're playing with swords. Aren't they injuring themselves? Aren't they poking themselves?
See what I'm holding. It doesn't what? It's folds. It's a steel, but it folds.
Yes.
Is.
I can give an example.
Yes. Let's see. Because everything have its own any art. So you find when I go, my hand straight. Yes. I just take the way I want to go. When I go.
Okay.
So that you see, as you can see, to me.
Okay, so one is getting hurt.
The point is also blunt. Looks quite blunt.
Okay. Mr. Kuya, how many girls do you have participating in fencing?
I'm having a challenge, but the challenge, no. On the upper age of 14, 15, I don't have. But the lower ones, whom I'm sparing, there are many.
Okay.
Because I'm in school now.
Let's listen to the ladies here. Kiriko has just pointed out that the ladies are little, the number is little. What's your name, and why did you take up fencing?
My name is Esther.
Esther.
Yeah.
So this fencing, as in, when you saw it for the first time, what did you think?
It was wonderful. I just loved it from the start.
You loved it from the start. Why? What was interesting about it? You're fighting with swords?
No, it's unique.
It's unique?
Yeah.
In what way?
Well, a lot of girls take to things like football, basketball, but fencing for me was good.
So this is your first sport?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
It wasn't my first sport. My first was cricket.
Cricket?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, wow.
So you're playing cricket.
Wow.
So how did that prepare you to play this game? Because I know it's a totally different game.
Well, something common about it is that it's unique.
Yes.
Yeah. And for both, you have to be patient. Yeah.
So it's almost similar when you're standing like this. When you're going for the stance, it's the same way when you're going to do going to bowl.
Yeah.
Okay,
You have to
interesting.
be patient.
You have to be patient.
You're into interesting sports, different sports. That's what you go for. Nice.
The other lady here,
I'm ready.
you are her opponent. I could see you're winning. You're getting some points. So just tell us, for you, was it the same? Was it just you saw it, or was it a friend who told you? Where did you learn about it?
I used to go to Ongozanjia.
Yes.
Then Mr. Samuel there came and told us that we can train a new sport that it is not common in Kenya, called fencing. Then I decided to join.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your family, as in, I'm sure that when they told them that you're participating in this sport, were they a bit apprehensive, or were they a bit concerned that you're fighting with people with swords? How do you tell your family that you're doing fencing?
I just told them that we have a new game in Ongozanjia, and then they wanted to know more about
They were scared
sport.
a bit, yeah?
Yeah, but they wanted to know more about the sport and what it is and what it entails.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at your sword. It's slightly different from your coach there. Which kind of sword is this? This is which one?
We have different.
Yes.
According to some of people are left-handed.
Yes.
Some are right-handed.
Okay.
So it is according to how you, as in how you feel comfortable with your sword.
Okay.
You can. This one of mine has.
You can turn
points,
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the other ones, they are just straight.
Okay.
It is according to how you feel you are good at scoring the points.
Coach, which one is this one? Is this one a saber, or is this one an
Ipe?
Ipe. So if they could just demonstrate and see how it's done, is it slightly different from the saber, or?
Now you can see a Ipe have a bigger guard.
Okay.
Okay.
And the blade is a bit, let's say, triangular.
Yes.
So what the difference is only the guard, and then it is about 110 centimeters long.
Centimeters long. Okay.
Yes.
Slightly longer.
Yes.
Okay.
So let me ask you
now
something. Oh, sorry. Just finish. Sorry.
And the foil have a smaller guard. The body is rectangular.
Okay.
And these you'll find them. We have different sizes of the blades. So because they are training, I usually use them size 5 because they don't break easily.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I was going to ask, when it's time for competition, of course those are two different swords, if you can call them that.
Yes.
They're two different swords.
Yes.
Can you and I play using different swords, or they have to be set standard? They're the
if
same.
If you are playing Ipe, it's competition for Ipe.
Okay.
Specific for Ipe.
Okay.
For foil is
For foil.
For foil.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
For sabers only.
And they're different. It's almost like the advanced do you graduate from this to this to this? It's almost like the black belt.
No.
Or how do you do it?
The way we have a IPP, an fencer, I'm a foil fencer. There are those who are doing the three.
Oh, okay.
They're the ones who are doing just one just if you take the foil, it's foil.
Okay.
I'm interested in finding out what makes a good fencer. Let's just join these two gentlemen here. So they're using, this looks like a saber, I think I've got it right, or this is a foil?
Ipe.
This is an Ipe. Okay,
Yeah.
this is an Ipe as well.
Yeah.
So if these two gentlemen can just demonstrate to us what makes a good fencer, and even looking at the equipment, how do you acquire such equipment? Because this is mostly a European-based sport. This equipment looks quite expensive. Where did you get this equipment? And also just tell us what makes a good fencer.
First of all,
you can just continue.
It's why you are seeing we are not picking up so quickly. You'll find when you want even a tip, I have to import.
Okay.
No, they come in parts. So everything is important on it.
Okay.
So if it's so expensive, and where we are finding the like now, I'm importing my things from Britain, from Leon Paul, and from BBT in Hungary. They're the one who are supplying us with the kits.
Okay.
Yes.
So like a helmet, like the one Raburu is wearing, and
yes.
like that one, how much does it cost? And the sword is holding.
No, let's say these are practicing masks.
Yes.
Okay.
Competition.
It's a what?
Practicing mask.
Okay.
Mask, sorry.
Competition mask. They cost one mask cost 14,500.
Wow.
An expensive
Okay.
sport this is.
One, just like this one?
Yes.
Okay.
A cyber costs 7,900. Ipe is 7,900 too.
Okay.
The cheapest is the foil, which is 6,900.
Wow.
Okay.
That's close to 30,000 so far.
What about your gear?
To equip a fencer,
Yes.
you need 38,000 shillings to equip one fencer,
including the costume itself.
Yes.
And the swords.
And the sword.
Wow.
Mr. Kuya, very expensive venture. How are you working to see more people come into the sport, but at the same time, it being an expensive venture, there are those who are going to run away, and say that one, I'd rather buy a ball, a soccer ball, and give my children to go and run up and down.
That's what I'm having, the challenges which I'm having. You find them having a lot of fences, but because of the entire,
Yes.
they just flop off.
Yes.
This way I've been trying with to speak with the government, but they are coming up, let's say they are coming up with their equipment development programs. But what I needed most is the affiliation.
Okay.
Because the Mother Federation is ready to give us equipment for development.
Okay.
But there's something which
It's happening.
Yeah,
the scenes.
Just go back to the fencers.
Yes.
What makes a good fencer? Like, for example, if I was to take this sword and perhaps me and Mr. Raburu here, what would make a good fencer? What makes a good fencer? Like if I'm doing the saber.
Can we demonstrate with the?
Yes.
Let's say the name. To be a good fencer.
Yes.
The game is I touch you and you don't touch me.
Okay.
Okay.
So you have to be so much keen. A good fencer should know everything.
Okay.
From it, because it is hand and the opponent. Because it's the challenge of what? Of the blade. Okay. That's if you are, and the quickness. Because we don't go when we don't get a point when going slowly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to.
So where you get the point, you touch it for it. So you have to be so much quicker.
Yeah, there you have it. Yeah, quicker, Raburu, quicker with Raburu.
I have to be quicker.
Yeah, you have to be quicker.
Okay?
Yeah.
With your blade
They will have an advantage away.
with your calculation.
Okay.
Yes. It's like, what do you call it, chess?
Chess.
Yeah. So you use the
Mental.
brain. Yes.
But you have to be very quick.
Quick. Because even him is quick. So you have to, and you have to know where you are going.
Okay.
Yes.
So you can only target the upper body?
Okay. The Ipe, on guard. The Ipe you find we score from the
head.
The head.
Okay.
We score from the hand, and I score from. I go down.
Okay.
So it's the whole body.
Okay. For Ipe.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
What about for the foil?
For foil. Yeah. Foil is the tassel only. From here up to
the waist.
The waist.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
Saber, you cut everywhere up to the waist.
Okay.
So you go for head, arms, okay, and the abdomen. Yes.
Around the ribs. Okay.
Yes.
Safety. How do you ensure safety? Because as much as yes, these are still at the end of the day, these are still weapons. How do you ensure that this safety is still maintained?
Safety. You can see. Come here, Nini. Isa. Just stand there. See the hand.
The gloves.
There's the gloves. If you open Isa's jacket, there's a plastron inside.
Okay. So there's a casing inside.
Yes.
Okay. Sabur, can you see?
I can see.
Okay. And for the legs and the
legs, we don't have much on the legs. The legs, if you have a good sensitivity, the legs you can't get hurt.
Okay.
No, you're just moving.
Okay. But it's still a point.
Huh?
If it's still a point.
To get a point on the head, on the toe.
Yes.
Nobody goes direct because
you expose. Okay.
So you find most is the tapping.
Okay.
Find is the tapping going, but we don't get any most injuries on the legs.
Yes.
Is.
How long would it take me to learn the basics of fencing?
If you're interested in 8 lessons, you have learned the basics.
Okay.
Now is the starting of. Now you start to know how to start learning what the weapons themselves.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Got you.
On guard. What does on guard mean?
It is on guard is the English. No. Most of the wordings in fencing, they're in French.
Okay.
But because we are going to English schools,
yes.
So you find in French it's El Gaida.
El Gaida. Okay.
And in English, on guard, be ready.
Be ready.
Yes.
Interesting. So Raburu.
Yes.
What responses do you have?
All right, I'm trying to get them here on this my gadget. All right, so somebody here says, okay, hold on, just disappeared again. But remember the hashtag to use as it loads. The hashtag to communicate with us is for breakfast and 2242. I don't know if it's loaded because I left it loading with there as well. But okay, there's one here at Mwinzi Jose. Mwinzi Jose says, loving the show. That's Mwinzi Jose. Then Charles Irungu Major says, okay, he asked the question, but it was also answered here. Was asking, do they use real swords? And he said, well, they're not. They have different names, as he said. And then somebody says, why was it given this name, fencing? Doesn't it mean fences?
Which?
No.
Fencing.
Fencing. I think the person who came up with the word fencing, I think he referred. Now see how the sword are. So sometimes you will find I can chase you while what? Coiling my sword. So they do that coiling.
Okay.
I think it brought the word Fencing.
Fencing.
Okay.
I saw you glide on the blade. What does that mean? You took a blade, you took his blade, then you stepped on it, and you rubbed it a bit.
Okay. You'll find this is a managing steel. Although is why you are seeing it goes and then is bent. Sometimes it does not return normally. So what I do is to straighten it.
Okay. So
yes.
you're straightening it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, interesting. I have an SMS here. There's Patrick Kemba. What a wonderful game. Well, and I think he sent this at the beginning. He said, I want to know more on the game of fencing. Hope you have learned something, Patrick. And Wayaki and Peketoni. I think those guys look like honey harvesters because of the way they're fully kitted. You look like honey harvesters this morning. That's Wayaki in Peketoni. So those are some of the SMSs that we've gotten this morning. You're saying you have a few challenges here and there, you know, when it comes to ensuring that this game takes it, you know, goes to the next level. But what if I'm at home and I want to come and participate in fencing? Where can I get you?
There's another challenge. Although I have now passed that challenge, we are using a small studio, find 2 people in the studio, 3, but now we have acquired a hall in Kariobangi, that's in the Catholic Church. We'll be always there on Thursdays.
Thursdays.
Every Thursday.
What time?
That's from 4 up to 6
p.m.
Yes. And then I'm serious. We are trying because most of my trainers and coaches, they're in schools. So we are trying how to have a permanent place in Nairobi.
Yes.
And then we fix the electrical things. So it becomes electrical throughout. Yes.
Okay. All right then.
Super.
But you can follow us on Facebook.
Yes.
Kenya Fencing Association. Facebook. You can
on Facebook, Kenya Fencing Association.
Yes.
All right.
You can see Raburu itching for a duel.
You
have to have a mask.
I have to have a mask. Give me the mask. Safety first. And Raburu will get a bit excited.
Yeah, he will.
So how is it put on? Is it this way, just the way it is?
To put it on, we start with the...
You start with the chin. Okay.
Let it go. Is this more for you?
On guard.
So you say on guard.
On guard.
On guard.
Okay. In front. Do you use the left or right?
Wacha nini? Shikia hapa ndo isi nini? Tusimwage damu. Ati so you're supposed to look for na ukumbuke sijava nini. So
understand.
So we go for even the leg.
So it's the quickness of your feet. You have to be fleet-footed, yeah?
Yeah, very, very, very.
Okay, okay. Well, Raburu, I think that's it for us.
Yes, that's it for us over here as we continue to look for Bernard's feet or his head. Thank you so much for watching the show. Kirigo unaweza nini sisi tukiendelea.
Yeah,
that's what happens. You have to be fast. You have to be attentive when you're playing a game of fencing. We're coming to the end of the Power Breakfast Show for this morning. Many thanks for joining us. We do hope, like I always say, you've been informed, you've been educated, and you have been entertained. And everyone who makes this show a success, on their behalf, I am Kirigo Ngaro, wishing you a lovely Monday. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Take care, be kind to one another.
Point.
Gaga.